So, my name is Mindy. I'm a real estate broker, and I'm also a makeup enthusiast. Let's say makeup and beauty enthusiast. Why enthusiast? Because I'm not a professional at it, and this is more like a hobby slash journey for me where I'm trying to figure a few things out. So, back in September, I cut my hair. I did a big chop. I've been natural my whole life. And part of my thinking was, you know what? I just need a break from a lot of stuff that was stressing me out. My hair was one of them. It was falling. And I was like, you know what? Let's start everything on a clean plate. We're going to chop up this hair, cut it down. And as it grows, it's going to be like a self-growth, self-awareness process for me. So I've been living a lot more intentionally and purposefully, discovering new things that I like, interests, hobbies, new products, new things for me to incorporate in my life to make me a better person, as well as a healthier person with better habits, a better professional, and just really like take my time to grow. So today's live, this live that you're watching, is actually going to be quite different for me as well. In December, I bought this palette, which is the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy Palette. And it is very beautiful, very versatile, very pigmented, and I really do enjoy using it. One of the problems that I had in using it is trying to figure out how to make the colors blend. Like I said, I am not a professional makeup artist by any means, but I do enjoy makeup. It's almost like when you put on makeup, you're informing your face like, girl, you're gonna have a great day. You look good already, but you're about to serve up a dose of extra something. And I've really been taking my time to study how the professional makeup artists and the influential makeup artists do their techniques and figure out, what colors go together, how do I create certain looks. And I've been also working on my natural look, because for me, my beauty products are not to cover up anything. They're to enhance what's already there. So I want to retain looking like myself and being by myself, but improving myself in the process. And that's really what this is all about. So, if you have any critiques, comments, sharing is caring. Be nice and respectful at the same time, because in this day and age, what I realize is the world would be a better place if we just knew how to talk to each other better and how to be positive and constructive instead of trying to tear people down. That gets us absolutely nowhere. One of the things I've also been working to control is my response to people, in terms of, I have an element, a space mentally that I want to maintain. And so everything that I do, I try to remember, don't go outside that zone. Don't go outside that space, because naturally I'm a happy, cheerful person. And sometimes people tick me off. And that's just because it's my personality. But part of growing is knowing how to make yourself better, isn't it? So here we are. Let's see. I recently bought a line of Black Opal products. And would you know, I'm going to share this story with you in case you didn't see my last live. So Black Opal is a Black-owned makeup brand for women of color. It was not originally that way. Now, in using the products, I must say that I found some of the products I like, and some of the products I don't care to use. For example, this foundation I actually like. It's very smooth. It lasted the whole day. And sometimes I like to contour a little, so I would use a concealer like this, put it in my T-zones. I didn't like that. I did not like the way that it kind of flowed on my face throughout the day. So, truth be told, I'm going to default back to my NYX, which I know works great. This one right here. And it is Golden Honey, in case you want to get it. And if your complexion is like mine, this Black Opal color is called Hazelnut number 520. And I'm going to see how they go today. And as I mentioned, this is the extra spicy gingerbread palette. There is another gingerbread palette. It's just regular gingerbread. This one is extra spicy, like me. And for glows, I actually like this Urban Decay Illuminated palette, and what I've been doing a lot of lately is using my eyeshadows to also replace it, but I'm gonna go default back to it because I haven't used it in a while and I want to glow today. I want to shimmer a little. And this black opal lining pencil I use for my lips, it was okay. I had no complaints against it. This lip color though with it, it's called Zen. It didn't make me feel too zenned out. I feel like this might need to blend with something else for it to get the effect that I would like. And this brow shaper kit, it is a powder that you apply to your eyebrows. It was okay. It wasn't as dewy as like having a brow gel, but it sufficed. It lasted the whole day and it was pretty good. But I think what I will do in using it is go back to my pencils. Now, my favorite pencil is actually the Beneful Goof Proof pencil. But because I'm using this powder, I think I'm going to use my NYX pencil instead for this very reason. This is a pencil, when I use other products to fill in my eyebrows, I use it instead because it is a very thin point. So when you're using something like this brow kit, you only need a pencil to line your eyebrows. I actually use this for the whole eyebrow. So it has a spoolie on one side and it has an angled tip. So the angle tip allows you to fill and draw at the same time as you go. So since I don't need to fill, I'm just going to use this and I'm going to use that. And let's see how this goes, because this is only the second time that I'm using it. After Tuesday, I didn't do my makeup the whole week. And it was great. Let me tell you, the photo shoot that I did yesterday, well, the photos you saw me post yesterday, I should say, I didn't have any makeup on. And I know I still look good. And that's the point. You don't need makeup to look good. You can still look good as yourself. At the end of the day, it really is all about how you feel about yourself and how you care about yourself and how you upkeep yourself. So right now, the next thing that I'm going to do after I get through finding the hair products that I like and the makeup that I like is also skincare. That's number 3 for me. Makeup, hair, and skincare. When you apply all these makeups to your face, it tends to clog up your pores and then you start to break out. I've even had an instance where I've tried new face products, not any of these that I'm using right now, but I've tried new face products and I didn't know if it was the brush, the foundation, what it was, but it caused me to break out. So I have a couple extra marks and I want to naturally clear it out. So I have to look for a skincare that actually works with my skin type. Sometimes it could be a little confusing trying to find new products. For example, skin types come in dry, combination, oily. And some days, like, your skin does one thing, the next day it may not do the same thing. So you really have to observe yourself to figure out, who am I at my core? Like, how does my body function? And what should I be looking for products that I'm going to use with my body? Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to live a long, healthy life, you really have to learn yourself. Food that you put inside yourself, you got to be mindful of that, because sometimes the breakouts can be caused by what you eat. Liquor included. So as young professionals, millennial professionals, we like to come home at the end of a week. Well, I guess we're working from home, but at the end of a week or sometimes now during the week, we like to drink. Myself in particular, I like wine, but what I found over the years is I can't drink every wine. When I drink rosés, especially like white Zinfandel, oh, my face will break out. It's too acidic. So keeping those things in mind are very important. When you're trying something new, watch the side effects that happen. And what works for one person, it may not work for you. So I understand if you might have used any of these products before and you're like, I'm not going to use them again despite what this video said. That's fine. To each his own. I'm merely making recommendations. Again, I'm not a professional. However, I'm a professional person, just in a different industry. I'm not a professional makeup artist by any means. So with that being said, I'm going to just go ahead and start my makeup. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you know anybody else that might be interested in what I have to say, what I have to share, then share this video, share my page with them, like and subscribe. And let's see how this journey goes. It is now the month of June, and I plan on doing this long term. This is not just like, you know, I'm here today trying to get some clout. This is like, no, like I'm really trying to kind of journal my journey. And in the meantime, don't mind me, but I'm going to put this music up a little. So I don't know if you can see out the little corner there, I have Alexa playing a little bit of music, and she just paused herself, but I'm going to put the music a little bit louder. So Alexa, can you play at a volume 5? Please pardon the interruption. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so that's what that little spot was about. But situation taken care of. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering what brushes I'm using, because you're probably gonna start seeing them. I ordered BS small brushes, and the set is great. It gives you a lot of variety, and I have 2 holders. So this is my eyeshadows right here, and every now and then I feel like I might need to add a brush or 2. I get a brush from Target from the e.l.f. collection, and I've been using BS small for a while. I had another brush set before, and I got rid of it just because I wanted new colors, which I probably shouldn't have did. I should have probably just kept it and had 2 collections, but you live and you learn. But the last set that I had, it lasted like 2 years before I threw it out. It probably could have lasted longer, but me being crazy. So doing my eyebrows, one thing I will say, I miss outside being open. One reason, I miss getting my eyebrows done. But it's okay. I don't wax my eyebrows myself now that we're in quarantine. I simply just use concealer to clean it up. And every now and then I might pluck a few unruly hairs of strands of hair. Hey. And it's just simple like that. I try to follow my natural curves on my eyebrows and just ease my hand with the brush. But what I can do is, since I don't like this concealer for my T-zone, I actually do use concealer for my eyes to apply my eyeshadow. I find that it makes the color stay a lot longer. One thing I did notice about this, and maybe it was the way I applied it, but I'm going to try it again today, was I didn't really like the hold. But I'm going to let you know after today if I just didn't do it how I should have did it. Actually, I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just going to clean my edges with it and use my normal concealer to do this. that was a little rough to kind of maneuver, but it's the texture. I usually use a liquid concealer, and it's a lot easier to apply. So for my eyeshadow, I actually like to use LA Girls Liquid Concealer. It's a pretty affordable brand, especially if you're going to be using it for these purposes. And it holds pretty good. So I'm trying this in Warm Honey. I used to actually use Almond, but I can't find it anymore. And truth be told, it was a little bit light for my skin complexion. And that's why I probably actually started using a lot more for my eyeshadow base, because I really just needed it to hold the color and make it pop. So here we go. It has this little brush here, makes it easy to apply, and then I just use my brush to spread it.
Nobody get the best of you. Look on the person of the mirror on the dresser too. Tell yourself say you're not gonna make them pressure you. And live life to the fullest that you better do. Just believe me, know life not easy. Enough of we never born with gold spoon to feed me. Not be greedy, set a pace in our life and achieve it. Listen to me keenly. Love me L-I-F-E until it left me. Me I want keep up and I pray to Father God say old age catch me. Me I beg your Father bless me. Guide and protect me. For every wrong move when me making on the streets, correct me. None of we don't know when tomorrow might bring back the future. The hours away. So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today.
So I'm gonna let this dry a little, and I'm just gonna base myself. I use NYX finishing spray, and it's actually pretty good. Bear with me. So after I prime, I use the finishing spray, and then I use the NYX concealer right here, and I do my T-zones, and then I do setting powder when I buff it out. And part of the thing with my makeup process is I study makeup processes to see what techniques actually makes this makeup stay on a lot longer. Sometimes I'm a bit absent-minded in the day when it comes to my makeup, and I don't have time to be freshening up and touching up like 10 times for the day. I just want to know that I can apply this thing and it's gonna sit pretty for a really long time. So some creases going on the other side. All right. So got the powder in place. Let that bake a little. And I really don't like a lot of makeup on my face, so I'm gonna go straight into putting this foundation on. And I'm gonna use my brush. I'm gonna use an angle brush to do it. The last time I did the video with this makeup, I actually used a beauty sponge, but I'm gonna see what this application process looks like with. It's not bad. I would say this gave me a pretty even tone. So, truth be told, I've been feeling like using this blue called Midnight Snack right here. I don't know if I should be that daring today, but what I do know is there's a flavor called Butterscotch right here, and it looks so good on the outer edges. So I'm gonna use that. My concealer keeps rolling. And I put it in here just so it could blend in my corners. I'm gonna try this blue. And now I'm gonna take the butterscotch brush and just blend it in on the edges. Because really with a dark color like this, you don't really need to bring in any other colors. And butterscotch actually has 2 tones, so I feel like I'm already seeing 3 colors. So I'm just blending it in so the transition is a little bit cleaner on the lines. And then on the corner of my eyes, I'm gonna go a little more neutral. And there's a color called Lick the Spoon. It's this one. And I'm just gonna put it in the corner of my eyes just so it can have a little like shimmer right there. Nothing too crazy. Now this is the blending brush that I use because I don't want to add any more dark of this dark blue on my face. And just clean it up a little with a fresh brush, because it did kind of get beside itself. Came out pretty even. And I'm not really a big eyelashes person, so what I like to do is just use a little bit of eyeliner. And I just realized I don't know what this music is. This is not the station on Pandora that I put on. But if you want lashes, Bria's Glam Studio, she just came out a whole new line of lashes. Definitely check her out. But if you're like me and you're not too thing on dramatic lashes, just find a good dramatic mascara. And it's all about the brush. So look to see like what the effects are supposed to be.
New level. Yeah. You not to be my friend. No, me not to be your friend. You not buy me food.
I think Pandora got the picture because now it's back on track.
Brighter than sunshine. Just me gonna tell me this one time. New level, new level. New level, new level. New level, new level. I them turn to one in a rebel. New level, new level. New level, new level. New level, new level. Oh yeah. Some of them too easy. Me switch, I must see digital play them. Have a bag of man, I press up and play them. Do anything from another man, pay them.
So I do a slight wing look. Again, nothing too crazy. According to Chef Vicky, nothing fancy going on here. Nothing too fancy. Now, the one thing that I will say is when you use dark shadows, sometimes if you do your face before you chance the fact that some of it might actually spill. And so in that instance, just to be on the safe side, I don't want to walk around with dark makeup that I don't know about. I add just a little bit more of my concealer under my eyes just to get rid of whatever excess might be there. So in doing that, also get another brush, kind of just like flick a little bit of it away. So I have this brush right here, which I use to flick away unwanted excessive makeup off my face. So it's kind of like just flick it away, so that way it's not going in. And then I just do 2 quick lines. And then this is a brush that I actually use sometimes with the mineral powder. Dip it in there and do it, and then just use that to kind of brush it back and then get really close to under here. So I like this because it's angled also. It gets right in the crease underneath my eye. So it's 4:39. I went a little overtime with this. I was hoping that I would have started on my hair stuff my hair spiel by the time it was 4:30. But you know, makeup is the death of me sometimes. People wonder why I be, it's my makeup. Sometimes I get carried away. I think I could do something in a certain amount of time, and it doesn't work out that way. But you know what? As I get better with makeup, my time actually goes down because I don't know what I'm doing. And this was kind of like I was playing with color that I'd never used before. So I had to like look at it and see. And sometimes makeup is just that. It's trying something out. If you've never used it before, don't put too much. But you put a little bit and then you go and you feel it out. And then you're like, oh, this is not so bad. And you actually get a good look. So I would say I'm pretty happy with how this came out today. I would say that I look pretty natural. And so I'm not going to do my shimmer yet on my lips because I still have to do my hair, right? So I'm going to end this video and you guys can tune in another time for the hair part. See ya.